Afternoon, Richard.
What's your role this afternoon?
Our role is to help with the continuing promotion of Canberra as the national capital and to promote it for visitors and tourists alike. And also we've got many of the heads of the diplomatic missions from around the world out here today to give an opportunity to see Canberra Racecourse, but also to be part of what the promotion of Canberra is all about.
What countries are represented here today?
Amongst us, we have the German ambassador and a number of other the senior diplomatic missions.
How's the German ambassador? What does he make of it all?
Oh, I think he's enjoying his day out here. It's very nice, I think, after the last couple of very hectic days, for the heads of mission and some of our community leaders to come out and spend a slightly quieter day at the races on such a beautiful Canberra day.
It is certainly a beautiful Canberra day. And you've got a few horses yourself.
I have got a few horses. Unfortunately, nothing today. But when we ran here on this race last year, we unfortunately ran 8th. But better luck next time, perhaps.
You've got to learn how to lose in this business.
Absolutely. Well, I'm becoming a very good learner at that.
Okay. Better luck next time. Thanks.
Thank you.
Back to you, Matthew.
OK, Richard, thanks for that, and we'll have more soon from Canberra as we head up towards the first of their feature races. It's the Cantrade Southern Foal Quality Handicap for the 2-year-olds. Now, the Sunshine...
Babies, and we're just about ready. Toad favourite here is number 3, and that is Wobble, 285-170, trained by Barry Miller, ridden by Tako Muto, the Japanese boy. We've been talking...
190 for Dulcinea, and Broker's Point there at $8.80. They're calling them forward for this 2-year-old feature race at Canberra. Now at Gunbower, Fawnlock has got the money there. Number 1, $4.10 and $1.70 for a place. 11 Chevaldon, $3.80. 9 Flying Start, $2.40. They're now official on race 9. 1, 11, 9 on the third leg of the quaddie. John Caldo, the winning driver. Now dividends at Warwick Farm. Finance 12.6 for John. Here's Canberra.
They're racing a fairly good level start, although Kugelhopf went back to the tail of the field. From the inside gate, Dulcinea got away well, taken on by Yundong. Out wide, Stepping Chief is gaining ground, followed further back to Broker's Point. Sorting themselves out, the next one was County Harvest, followed by Tan Dynasty. Then Kugelhopf second last and about 3 or 4 Better Prospect at the tail. There's a fair turn of speed on as they race towards that first turn. And Stepping Chief on the outside, a long neck in front of Yundong running second. 2 off in third, Broker's Point going well, a neck off fourth then. Dulcinea on the rails, a length and a half behind those as they race down the side. County Harvest, a long break, Tan Dynasty, a further break in the field, then Kugelhopf, and about 3 or 4 Better Prospect last of all. Racing down in the direction of the 600-metre mark, and Yundong on the inside goes to the lead again now. Yundong a long neck in front of Stepping Chief. Dulcinea getting up along the inside as they race towards the turn. Further back behind those Better on the outside, Broker's Point, and the next one was County Harvest towards the turn. Tan Dynasty, then Kugelhopf second last and Better Prospect last, but around the turn and Yundong dashed away into the clear now. Dulcinea's running on fairly well, and County Harvest putting in a run. They're nicely clear. Further back in the field, Tan Dynasty and Broker's Point, but County Harvest raced up and hit the lead at the 200. Running on fairly well, Dulcinea and Yundong closer down towards the inside, but it's County Harvest in front with about 100 to go, and County Harvest draws clear, and County Harvest wins the Southern Foal Stakes. In second place, Dulcinea, but the County Harvest too good. Dulcinea second, Tan Dynasty third. In fourth place, making up ground, Kugelhopf. A long break, Better Prospect, followed then by Yundong well back with Broker's Point, and a long last was Stepping Chief. County Harvest, the winner, ridden by Rolly Saxton. Number 4, County Harvest, trained by Gratz Vella at Canberra, ridden by Rolly Saxton. Well, this filly has been very, very consistent, ultra consistent in fact, and she deserved this win this afternoon. County Harvest raced by J.A. Munro, BT, PB and PC Corkhill, and DB Maxwell, Mrs. I. Watson. And there's a 2-year-old filly by Charles County out of Cloudbury, trained by Gratz Vella, ridden by Rolly Saxton. Now 5, Dulcinea, trained by John Morrissey. Every chance, Matthew Carl, the rider. Dulcinea, a 2-year-old bay filly by Marauding out of Summoned. And 9, Tan Dynasty third, trained by Amanda Langler at Queanbeyan and Jamie Late. Tan Dynasty by Salieri out of Kari Tan. Now the 4th horse, Kugelhopf, it made up a lot of ground in the straight. Kugelhopf will get 4th, trained by Bede Murray at Conjola and written by Tony Cavallo. 4-5-9 official. The winner was number 4, County Harvest, Rolly Saxton. 5, Dulcinea, Matthew Carl second. Tan Dynasty third. The time for the race, 1:24.68. 1:24.68, just outside the class record. And the last 600, 37.84. 37.84. We'll have more in just a moment as the winner, County Harvest, returns following the Cantrade Southern Foal Quality over 1,400 metres.
It was a good win. Thanks for that, Tony. And another quality handicap still to be decided there at Canberra. The Field, the Power of Canberra quality handicap over 1,200. Now, Sandown's 3 minutes away. Race 6, Chicago O'Brien, $6.80. Unfettered 50.
OK, look, like number 1, Perfect Rapture here. Good recent form. Good second at Kembla Grange last Thursday behind Maringo Bay in a good quality open handicap on that occasion. He backs up this horse too in the past here. That has been proven. 60 kg is not a problem for him. He looks fit and he's a big, strong horse. Danger's 2 Green Waters, a good first up record, former good top horse. He's coming back from a slight injury. Looks a bit big for mine. I'll gamble against him. And 9 Short Shooted looks well in here with 52 kilos. Good third on preview day here behind Grecian Village, and that form's held up since. Number 8, Quick and Handsome's in the market somewhere, but he's been up a long time and I'll gamble against him. But I like Perfect Rapture. 1 from 2 and 9.
Okay, 1, 2 and 9 from Michael Heath. Back to you, Matthew.
OK, Richard, thanks. Rod Gallegos has a tip in the race. Boogie Woogie Man, number 3. Race 7, number 3. And Lee Lunn is the rider. Rod's tips at $9.80. From the top, Perfect Rapture, $4.50. Green Waters, $5.70. Boogie Woogie Man, $9.80. 23, Calamba. Garran, $7.40. 13, K's Regret. McVean, $20. $4.60, Quick and Handsome. And Short Sheeted at $7.20. That's for Canberra. Coming up in 5 minutes. 2, 1 and 8 are Tony Campbell's selections. It's a $10,000 race with the 2 protests still on the previous race. I dare say they'll be a bit late with the running of race number 7. Letizier at Kilmore, 340, 160 from New Vena, and Isa Zera, 67.90 Quinella, trifecta 676.40 on the 6th. The Gunbower Pacing Cup is coming up in a moment or two, race number 7. Bruschetta at Warwick Farm, 9.50 and 3.40, 2.50 Lucy's Way, and Sash third at 1.80, 28.10 Quinella, Exacta 50, 6.70, trifecta 250.10. That's race 6 at the farm. Now they're calling them up for the last leg of the quaddie and the main race of the day, the Gunbower Cup. Here's Rick.
Hey, some seasoned stand-start performers here. Have to do. He'll start facing the outside fence as he normally does. They're ready to go now. Stand by. Tendant with Have to do. Track cleared. They look set in the cup. Ready to go. Strands release and the starter caught them well. Titan Able on the inside began okay, but then he broke shortly afterwards and the Cherokee worked around the outside of him to take the front. Titan Able quickly off the inside second. He'll go up in search of the lead once again. 10 metres away, Rare Air third. My One Man Band is fourth, and then Little Lentara on the outside. Have to do away safely is on the inside of Colby. 6 or 8 metres away, Pagini Sidewinder. 8 metres to Mr. Franco. Then Admiral's Heather. Sports Dancer missed it a bit. The 40-metre markers are on his back already. Cracker Knight and Dancing Fella. And Bobby Navarro's 15 off at the tail of the field. They're into the back straight the first time here in the 98 Elwaste Gunbower Pacing Cup. And working around the outside, Titan Able went to the front now for Young as a Party. Out by 5 metres, the Cherokee on his back's got the gun run second. There's some early moves coming. Admiral's Heather is zipping around the outside of Lentara. Sports Dancer charging forward out wide also. They're followed by Colby in the running line and Rare Air 3 back the fence. Have to do's off the rails. They're followed on the inside by My One Man Band. Mr. Franco on his back. Then on neck away the outer was Pagini Sidewinder. 6 metres Cracker Knight, 6 metres to Dancing Fella, and 15 metres off Bobby Navarro at the tail of the field. They're at the mile marker now. Lead time in a 1:20.4, and that's not bad going. It's Titan Able in front by a metre. 2 Sports Dancer, the favourites racing 1-2 in the cup, and they've almost travelled the first lap with 1400 left to go. The Cherokee the inside third as they square for the bell. 1 by 1 Admiral's Heather and 3 back the rails Rare Air. Lentara 3 back in the running line around My One Man Band. Then Colby on the outside tracked by Have to do. He's 5 back in the running line around Mr. Franco. Pagini Sidewinder 4th last from Cracker Knight, and the last pair Bobby Navarro on the inside of Dancing Fella. 31.7 the first quarter of the last mile. They're leaving the home straight over 1,000 metres left to go with this big track at Gunbower. And it's the favourite in the cup, Titan Able calling the shots. 3 metres to the good of Sports Dancer. Third, the inside, the Cherokee enjoying the run of the race. 1 by 1 is Admiral's Heather, and 3 back the rails, Rear Air. They're followed by Lentara, 3 back in the running line, and the 3 wide line is starting now. My one-man band on the inside. Hook into the outside, Have To Do. Being tracked up by Krakenite. Mr. Franco is on the inside between runners. Pagini Sidewinder. Dancing Fellow into the 3 wide line, and 8 metres, Bobby Navarra. Second quarter in a 31.6 as they went inside the 600. It's Titan Able travelling well out in front. 2 metres to Sports Dancer. The Cherokee third under some pressure. Fourth, Admiral's Heather. They are sprinting now. Then Have To Do, Lentara, followed by Rear Air, held up. Next was Krakenite. Colby, don't worry about the rest. The favourites come away. Third quarter in 29.3. It's Titan Able, the inside. Sports Dancer, the outer. They're straighting the others. They'll turn together. Admiral's Heather third from Have To Do. Titan Able and Sports Dancer. Titan Able, the inside. Sports Dancer putting it to him. Here's a go. Titan Able, Sports Dancer. Sports Dancer hit the lead and wins the Always Gunbower Cup. 2 metres on the post. From in second, Titan Able in a thrilling go. 15 metres away. Third, I reckon Colby got it from Rear Air, who got out too late, and then Lentara. Further back to Have To Do, Admiral's Heather. The Cherokee, then Krakenite, Pagini Sidewinder. A gap off to my one-man band, Mr. Franco, Bobby Navarra. Last in was Dancing Fella in the final quarter in 27.7. Well, Sports Dancers won the cup. All honours with him. He gave them a start. He went around and raced in the death, and he's been too good, the 4-year-old. Number 6, Sports Dancer, by Umbro Aussie from Classic Kate. Raced by Gary Graham in partnership with Stan Rutland. He's a bay gelding, a 4-year-old, trained at Dunedin by Gary Graham. Driven by Ross Graham. He gave Titan Able a big start. But he quickly made the move for Ross Graham to whip around and put him into the event outside Titan Able, and he's been too good for him. In the run to the post, number 6, Sports Dancer first. Titan Able, number 1, by Admiral Halsey from Titan Crest. A brown gelding, a 5-year-old, trained at Buller by Jeff Provost, driven by Simon Azzopardi.
And third's tight, Colby, number 8's paying $9 for a place if it hangs on. 6-1 and a camera there at Gunbower on the cup. Canberra, County Harvest 380, 170, Dulcinea $1 back, and Kugel Hop goes to third, 240, 320. Quinella, trifecta $50.70. The only protest that was successful was fourth against third. It was upheld. Now, Canberra Race 7 is coming up. Perfect Rapture 320, 660 Green Waters, 970 for Boogie Woogie Man, 38 for Calamba, Garran 15, 16 K's Regret, 40 for McVeigh, Quick and Handsome 380 and Short Sheeted at $6. 1 and 8 are the main two in commission, and they're just arriving around at the gates for the second quality handicap there this afternoon, this one worth $10,000. We've got time to go back to Canberra, and here's Richard.
Thanks, Matthew. With me is the ACT Chief Minister, Kate Cannell. Good afternoon again, Kate.
Thank you for interviewing us and being here this afternoon, Richard. It's great to see Sky Channel here at the Canberra races. Another wonderful afternoon.
Well, we keep saying that to people who aren't here. It is a beautiful, beautiful autumn day in Canberra, although it's a bit dry.
Well, it's a bit dry, but not a cloud in the sky, a great temperature, and again, a great race meet. And it was wonderful to be here this afternoon to open the new sand track, the new sand training track, $700,000 to add to the great facilities already here at Canberra races.
There are great facilities here, but and this is not in your area, but there seems to be a bias to front runners today. You can't win from behind.
Well, it looks like it, and I haven't won terribly well today either. But, you know, it's interesting. We've got an old Canberra Horse Speed Week, not old Canberra horse, a young Canberra horse, of course, in the slipper next week, and it shows that local horses can go really into the big time.
It is very exciting, isn't it, for Canberra to have an entry in the Golden Slipper and a chance.
A real chance. But again, more and more often, Canberra horses are going into Sydney and, of course, other state big races. And it shows again that the facilities here, the opportunities here in Canberra are great. And of course, generally, Canberra is a wonderful city to live in. It's a great opportunities here, and so we hope that more and more trainers choose to put their horses here in the ACT.
I'm sure they will, particularly if Speed Week comes out and wins the Golden Slip. It'll put the Black Opal on the map and Canberra. Thanks very much, Kate Cannell, Chief Minister.
Thank you.
Back to you, Matthew.
Beautifully timed, Richard. They're set now at Canberra for race 7, and here's Tony.
All in. Over there at the 1200 metres. Lighters on. Quick and Handsome and Short Shooted stands up. They're racing now. Boogie Woogie Man was slow to move, and Kay's Regret went back to the tail of the field with Garran. And Short Shooted and the stablemate Quick and Handsome got away well. Going up quickly was Perfect Rapture and showing good speed out very wide. Boogie Woogie Man getting in behind those, sorting themselves out, McVean. Then Calamba followed by Green Waters. A further break in the field then. Kay's Regret second last and Garran at the tail of the field. There's a fair turn of speed on as they leave the back and race down the side. Quick and Handsome down towards the inside, just leading. Perfect Rapture second. Out 3 wide, Boogie Woogie Man about a length and a half behind those in the field. Short Shooted, a further break then McVean. Well back coming towards the turn, Green Waters followed by Calamba on the outside. Then Garran and Kay's Regret last of all. But around the home turn and Quick and Handsome darted away at the top of the straight. Quick and Handsome well clear, Perfect Rapture giving chase. In behind those Short Shooted, followed further back then McVean. Kay's Regret down towards the inside, down the centre, Green Waters running on. And the next one was Calamba, but Quick and Handsome well clear. At the 200 under the whip, Quick and Handsome is the leader. Running on fairly well, the stablemate Short Shooted, and Green Waters putting in a run, and Calamba down the outside. Here's Calamba, and Green Waters going up on the outside. They hit the line. Oh, it's very, very close. I think Calamba got up on the line to beat Green Waters. Now third Short Shooted, followed then by Kay's Regret, Quick and Handsome. The next one was McVean, followed by Perfect Rapture. Garran and Boogie Woogie Man was last.
For 2 and 9 at Canberra, for Calamba, $40.90 and $6.20 for a place. 2 Green Waters, $1.60 and 9 Short Sheeted at $1.70 for a place. So Calamba number 4. From the John Morrissey stable, John's 2 winners today have both been pretty good value. The first one was Greenhouse Express in the first race, and now this one at $40.90. It's not often from that stable at Canberra that John's horses are double-figure odds. Sandown race 7 in 2 minutes. O'Donnell, $8.60. Alf Matthews the rest.
Yes, Matthew, I have with me John Morrissey, of course, the top Canberra trainer, who's not only a top Canberra trainer, but he could be Australia-wide known name next Saturday afternoon when the Golden Slip is run, because he's got a very good horse called Speed Week.
Yes, Richard, we're looking forward to the day.
Now, tell us about Speed Week.
He's only had the 3 starts. We bought him as a weanling at Inglis's sales. We set him from day one for the Black Opal, and everything went to plan. You know, last week, I know the horse came out behind him and beat him, that he beat and sort of won, but we had a game plan that everything fell into place last week, and you know, we're not expecting too much next week, but if we have any luck, it'll be a bonus.
I think you're being a bit modest, because he beat a horse that came in and donkey-lipped, a horse called Chavog, and a couple of other slipper hopes the next day at, during the week in the Illawarra Classic.
Yeah, but every race is differently. You know, we'll just take it as it goes. But our horse is well, and you know, we're hoping and dreaming, but you know, not expecting too much.
Well, that's what racing's about, dreaming. Now, there is a jockey who's dreaming about riding in the slipper. His name is Matthew Carl. Will he be on him?
Oh, definitely. You know, Matty is sort of me. We've had a lot of luck together over the years, and like, you know, how could you take a bloke off after winning the Black Opal? I wouldn't want to hurt anybody that much.
You just couldn't hurt him like that, although he wasn't sure that he was riding the horse when I interviewed him early this afternoon.
Oh, we're both very much alike. We're very quiet sort of people, and I hadn't said anything to him. We just, you know, he was always going to ride him, but you just let time take its place.
Mate, it couldn't be go to a better fella if you win it this week. We'd all be thrilled if you could win a Golden Slipper. Thanks, John Morrissey. There you have it. John Morrissey has just told us that Matthew Carl will ride Speed Week in the slipper next week. Matthew, when we interviewed him earlier, didn't know. So there he is. He's confirmed as the rider of Speed Week. Back to you, Matthew.
Righto, thanks, Richard. And I guess you could say John's having a pretty quiet day. He's only had 2 winners at Canberra this afternoon. Usually by this stage of the day he's trained 5 or 6. The previous one was about $42 on the New South Wales tote, though. Off at Devonport.
Racing Bronzeville.
$6.20. They're the Victorian dividends. Green Waters $1.60, short sheeted third. 76.10 Quinella, $1,732.90 for the trifecta, and the double a pair of 4s paid $65. That's race number 7. We'll take a short break on Sky Race Day. We'll be coming back with the 7th race at the Sunshine Coast on the other side. at Canberra.
Thanks very much, Matthew. With me is the chairman of CanTrade, who, of course, is sponsoring today's race meeting, Jim Murphy. Good afternoon. Welcome.
Hello, Richard. How are you?
Having a good day?
Wonderful day, Richard. Not backing many winners, but having a good day.
It's hard to pick a winner down here, isn't it?
It certainly is, Richard. The tough market.
Now, what's your involvement? Apart from sponsoring the day, why is CanTrade interested in racing?
Well, Richard, we believe that it's very, very important for the region because we're very heavily involved in our region as well. A lot of employment comes with horses and racing, and we believe to promote this sport and also to the rest of the world to make sure that we get visitors here, and maybe there might be some investors that want to invest in horses here.
I know this is probably a silly question to ask the chairman of CanTrade, but how is business in Canberra?
It's going very, very well, Richard. We're very, very pleased. I mean, the dismantling happened to us over the last 18 months, and of course the business community has rallied around, and of course we're going very, very well.
What do you mean by dismantling? You mean the government's cut back on the public service and things?
Public service, and of course we didn't want to lose those people out of Canberra. They've got a lot of expertise to offer the community, and so therefore the private enterprise have taken them up.
And largely successfully?
Largely successfully, yes. Yeah, we haven't lost many at all.
Okay, thanks, Jim, and good luck, and continue your association with racing.
Thank you, Richard.
Back to you, Matthew.
Okay, Richard, thanks. They're moving in well at Warwick Farm for race number 7 and continued support for Star Alert. Here's Hilton.
Runners.
On for the next, Richard.